Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Matt. We have a 1v1 for you all here on Angleville. A very classic Company of Heroes map. 1v1. Basically, it's one that was played back in Company of Heroes 1 and it's ported to Company of Heroes 2. It's on the Eastern Front today, so let's go through the players. We have Professor with the buff and assist without a commander choice. Against MJP 919 as the Soviet Union. Not a commander choice yet. So they keep an eye on for whenever they pick their commanders. And now they're just pushing up normally and trying to secure ground. We are seeing some Sturm Grenadiers come out here for the buffnesses. Nothing special there. If you don't go commander that gives you anything cheaper, I guess Sturm Grenadiers is kinda the only choice. Unless you want more Sturm Pioneers. That is possible. But you know, Sturm Grenadiers are more versatile than the Sturm Pioneers. Sturm Pioneers have to pull back after taking some shots there from the Sappers. Haven't lost a member yet though, but now the conscripts know where the Storm Pioneers are. They might be preparing for some kind of flanking maneuver. Ooh, that's a problem here for the Storm Pioneers. Building is about to be surrounded, but the Storm Grenadiers are nearby to provide supporting fire. Molotov goes into the building though. Ooh, conscript might go down there, yeah. One conscript squad down. Molotov was not as effective as I thought it would be. Storm Pioneers are falling back. Storm Pioneers are in a fighting position. Conscripts are trying to kill the Storm Pioneers, but conscripts suck at aiming at long range. You see Fontoviki come out instead here immediately for MJP. Probably a good choice. Better quality infantry against the Waffen-SS units. You know, the Sappers are securing more ground. We'll need to see what happens. So 1v1 at Angleville. The match might be a little bit shorter, but I'm fine with that, because shorter matches mean I'd have a little bit more energy spent on this. Because generally when the matches get very long, I start to lose a lot of energy later on. Because I just don't have the mental capacity for doing so much prolonged stuff after working. Storm Grenadiers are sitting up behind the bushes here. I'm just going to try and flank behind the truck here, evidently. Storm Grenadiers have already changed targets, good to see. Molotov going out though. Oh, they cancel Molotov. They're probably trying to duke them out, throwing another Molotov. Oh, just in front, actually. This is the sort of Storm Grenadiers try to flank, but Fontoviki might flank them. Fontoviki are a lot more accurate than the conscripts are. But Storm Grenadiers behind heavy cover should still beat them. But the Soviets are able to secure most of the northern flank here. Taking a little bit for both sides to secure their ground. Storm Grenadiers are firing long range with their K98s. Getting some shots on the Fontoviki. The Fontoviki do not have the same range here with their basic rifles. And they're getting a little bit closer here. Already getting some good kills on the Fontoviki. Storm Grenadiers are really good infantry, so don't underestimate them. Oh, we have some flanking maneuver here from the conscripts. There's some good shots in on the Storm Grenadiers, force them back. Storm Pioneers will be able to kill this conscript, I think. Oh wait, he gets behind the bush here. I think this conscript squad might actually be safe. Yep, looks like it. Now the Fontoviki have to get out there though at some point. We have a Maxim machine gun coming up here for the Soviet Union. Machine gun used by the Russian Empire and then later the Soviet Union. Driven with a wheel cart. A little bit of a very unique design. Boosting up here to suppress these Storm Pioneers potentially. Yep. Let's go out of Fontoviki to get back safely. Very good play there. We have a machine gun coming out for the Waffen-SS. It's going to be an MG44. No tech up yet for the Germans. I'm going to use just the building here for cover. Great for inside the building. The Sappers are in a very good position here with the heavy cover. Go grenade on him. That's gonna force them off. Maxim threatening the Storm Grenadiers down here. That might not be a position they can retreat from safely. But they've been pinned. Oh, they had to go an angle where it could help potentially, but nah. It's a long path here. Sure, that's it. Yeah, there we go. MD-34 sitting up here to attack the conscripts. But the Soviets control both fuel points. I think is a fairly big deal. It's my flank. Yeah, moving to flank.
Heavy MG cutting into my men.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
For the Sturm, Grenadier is also pushing up here slowly. Yeah, just having issues getting on their base at the moment.
Combat promotion.
There's no commander choice from either player. Again, in 1v1, you can really, it really matters a lot when you pick them, I think. Another MG-34 for the Waffen says a double machine gun. But not a bad decision. Machine guns are very vital if you play as a German faction. As machine guns was kind of the linchpin of the German infantry formation.
The sector is at risk.
Lukansk is going to try to overrun the Germans here, but there's Sturm Pioneers on the flank. Running a good bit of covering fire. They can also get some good flanking shots here. Oh, they thought they were going to get up there behind the bush. Oh, that's a very good use of the Sturm Pioneers here. They actually took down both these conscripts with very little problem. Like, good utilization of the different units here. One conscript does make it out. This is going to allow the Germans to get some more territory. They desperately need to get resources. I can see a tech up coming up here. You have sappers coming up with a flamethrower. I'll try and burn away the fascisti. Got a machine gun coming up here. But the Sturmpioneers have done a decent job. You also have a crowd motor, which will certainly be a problem for the Germans. The Germans are lacking any AT equipment. And quad 50 caliber machine guns is certainly gonna get into them quickly. Because of a mortar and a scout car coming out. So it's going full out on a lot of support weapons now. Oh, that might be that Sturm Pioneer.
The enemy has taken our supply sector. We have a new scout car at our disposal.
Yep, that's a dead Sturm Pioneer. Ripped apart by the quad 50 caliber machine guns. You see an SS Panzerjäger squad come out with a Panzerbüchse. So the Sturm Grenadiers are ducking down here to try and keep this point in German hands. Maxim moving up. But there's an MG-34 sitting up here. When MG-34 manages to suppress them. And that might allow the Sturm Grenadiers to get close. Oh wait, suppression ended because it's no longer in range of the MG. MG-34 manages to suppress them to allow them to retreat. We do have a scout car coming up with a flamethrower. The good old clown car tactic from Manila. A cheeky tactic. Looks like the machine gun will be able to get back in German hands though. Oh, looks like we have a command choice. It is SS Panzer. We have the Panzer tactics, and we also have a command choice from the Soviets. It is Tank Destroyer, so immediately picked to counteract the Panzer tactics, I imagine. The Soviet players saw the Germans went for Panzer and decided to go anti-tank. Makes a lot of sense, and this Panzerjäger is not doing a good job. Sapper squad did get killed. Water sitting up here. Scout car is getting suppressed, which means it cannot fire back, but it is armored enough to survive and basic bullets. They were using armor-piercing rounds, now that would certainly be a problem. But they aren't. One now doing close range fire, so it's just outside the German base. Germans gonna have a hard time making it back from this, I feel. But this is a 1v1, and comebacks are very much possible. And you've been forcing up here with the sandbags. Or you're getting some good shots on the mortar. Lots of Soviets coming this way. Mattcasting moving up. One good shot there on the main gunner. Another good shot there. Panzerpix is not that effective as an anti-tank rifle, as you can tell. That's a little bit awkward. Storm Grenadiers are still nearby, but they're being suppressed by this Maxim. And the 42 handing out to the Storm Grenadiers here, but they're being suppressed. Germans have basically lost the entire front line now. They have like no points left. Which will certainly hurt their income in a lot of ways. Dark is taken out by the Panzerjäger. Germans can now probably take some territory back as the Soviets are in full retreat here. Certainly need to get points. You also have some guards here. Tank destroyer guards can sneak. They get spotted though briefly, but so now the Germans know there's tank destroyer guards if they pay attention.
Engineers ready for assignment.
Soviets keep sending troops around, but Germans are digging in. And with MT-42 and the Storm Grenadiers, they become a lot more lethal. Oh, they're trying to grab the Maxim, but it's cut down. And we have a crowd more threatening up here, but we do have the Panzerpix nearby. Takes up the crew of that machine gun. Oh, into the driver. Might be able to take it out. Ability lost. That Panzerpix is doing a lot of work. You can see it took 4 shots to take out a half-track. So it's not that effective. Like, if you were using the Russian PTIS, I think I would do a lot more damage as an anti-tank rifle than the Panzerpix does. I also think the Boys AT rifle used by the British is pretty freaking powerful, so we have a Pack 30 coming out, Pack 38 coming out here. 5cm anti-tank gun. That'll certainly be a step up. Oh, tank destroyer hunt has been spotted, and they were ordered not to fire. So that got them in big trouble as the Storm Grenadiers slowly picked them off.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Not underestimate Storm Grenadiers. They are very good. Probably the best basic infantry you can have in a game for any faction. Which would make sense. They are kind of meant to be very indoctrinated and very well trained and drilled.
Supply hub getter is ready for orders.
Soviets are trying to push up here with some conscripts, but a long range with Storm Grenadiers in cover, I don't think that really works. I get what they're trying to do though. They're just trying to delay the Germans taking ground. Oh, big push into the German base here. Oh, they're trying to destroy the gunners in the bunker. Very smart actually, because you do get anti-tank grenade assaults as tank destroyer.
More of our troops have been lost.
Well, I think the gunner's still alive in the pillbox somehow. I think you cannot kill the gunners in the base pillbox. Something needs to be lower amount of health or something. And that's another dead conscript squads. You have some tank hunters infiltrated here. This with his PTS. When he's going out in the front. Mistimed. And that's a dead tank destroyer, or tank hunter I mean. Suddenly the Soviets are losing a lot of men very quickly. The Soviets were playing very well earlier. I guess the Germans are just kind of reached critical mass at the moment. I'm going to take a lot of grounds. We do a lot of another scout car appearing. And we also have full tag off for tier 4. They skipped tier 3. Interesting. Are they going to go for like ISUs or something? We do see a Valentine tank come out. Lend-Lease from the United Kingdom.
Supplies to the enemy.
Mortar's hitting something I do not know where it is. Something around here, which is weird.
Supply sector under attack.
And MT-44 spotted the guards here, but I have to pull back immediately.
A sector has been cut off.
Guards have a flamethrower inside the half-track. But it looks like the clown car tactic is very popular here.
Prepare for orders! Under assault! Points a gun!
But a 50 caliber will tear through the grenadiers slowly at range here. Guards are running out to get the points. They're being suppressed by the 50 caliber machine gun. Tampers up here are alone fighting against SS troops.
Ready! Prepare for orders!
Fancy gets relocated down here as well. Just to deter the half-track. But the guards got some good shots with their bold actions and their PPSH.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
High explosive round loaded here by the Valentine. Looks like they're going for the Storm Pioneer. Overshot.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Valentine was actually very popular amongst the Soviets, so they like to use it as an aggressive recon tank. Oh, good shot with an AP round. Going 2 people. Oh, Panzerjäger got hits on the half-track or scout car. The guards have to jump out, I think. They have to pull back and reinforce. That'll be the smartest move. Oh, Valentine close to the pack here. That's to the pack's advantage. Oh, good shot. Into the gunner. Valentine can still pull out, I think. Yeah, auto shot missed. That Valentine is still fully recoverable. So it still hold both fuel points here. Walkhan's just being called onto the field. Probably not a bad thing.
We have more conscripts at our disposal.
Did lose all their Fantaviki though, they just have this guard squad. We're not even pulling back. They're actually waiting in ambush at the moment. By some bushes. We have some Arfla coming onto the field for the Mthis. A good choice. Always good to have recon infantry. Oh, speaking of recon infantry, Siberians are being called onto the battlefields. 6-man light infantry. Very good recon. Very good if you play with winter conditions enabled. Storm Pioneer's been pinned here by the Maxim. Despite being an old machine gun, it is still a machine gun. If it fires a lot of big bullets in the enemy's direction, it's generally a good thing. And it does it very fast. It's not as fast as the MT-42 or MT-44, but it's still firing very fast.
Fresh guards troops are standing by.
Nobody wants to run into an area where they're firing bullets really fast at you. We don't have MT-42 there. Get some good shots to suppress the conscripts here. But the conscripts will be able to secure the point. And the heavy cover does allow them to get out of being suppressed here. Oh, not anymore. So there's a minefield that was set up. A small one. Maxim is suppressing the Storm Grenadier here, but there's a machine gun going inside the building here, and the Sabbath got suppressed. I think the Soviets might need to consider pulling back from here. That Beerus onto the fields. Valentine tank moving alongside them. The Beerus using the sniper model for the Soviets. Who will mine kill the squad there, I think. Oh. Half class have been spotted. Have been targeted down by the machine guns of the tank. Did that Storm Grenadier die? Looks like it, but now we have a Storm Grenadier with double machine gun. That's a very mobile suppression team right here.
We are awaiting orders. Enemy HMG. Standing by. Comrade.
Prince moving up here to have the cover. No weapon upgrades on them yet, but it was not a bad thing. They're pretty decent with their bold actions. They're very accurate long-range infantry. Valentine pushing up as well. Ooh, it's getting really close there. The ramming? Oh my god, you can ram with the Valentine? I did not know that. That's cool. More guards infiltrated. That turns into a shed. Probably not the most ideal. But I don't know how you could ram with the Valentine tank. That is really neat. I don't think the Soviets can hold that position while under this amount of fire. Yeah, I think the Siberians have to get out of that shed. There's a Maxim up here. Rain assault going out here from the Storm Pioneers. Aim towards the guards back here. Ooh, and that might be a dead Siberian squad. Yeah, that's a dead Siberian squad. That's a pretty big loss there for the Soviet Union. Maximus doing his best here. This is the double machine gun team? Yeah. Double MG42 on this thing. Maxim is in big trouble. Storm Pioneers are rushing it. Oh, it's there. It's so dead. And now the mortar's gonna be dead too. We do see an SU-152 come out. Oh, the Soviets steal it. Huh, stealing a Maxim. Who would have guessed? But it did not help them. Molotov prevents the Germans from using that cover. Throwing a fragmentation grenade in return. Let's push up. Grenade kills a lot of the conscripts. The pressing team doing their best here. U-152 coming onto the field soon. An assault gun with high explosive shells, I believe. Need to see if the Germans can deal with that. The Germans, despite being Panzers, not really going for the tanks. And again, it's very hard for the SS to tag up to the point where they can get Panzers. Not an easy thing to accomplish. Also, if we have a gravitational anomaly. Those happen sometimes to come to vision too clearly. I have no idea why. What's causing it?
Target secure! Still in contact!
And a little bit of a calm before the storm, evidently.
Taking effective fire!
More guards infantry present, but the MG44 should stop that. Rain is all going out. But the MGs will be able to cut them down, I think. But they used the truck, but then they realized there's a machine gun. And they pull back. There's not stolen the Maxim again yet. Oh, the Soviets got the Maxim again, I think, potentially. And we have the SU-152 here. And with a big fuck-off gun. I think it's actually the 152mm howitzer that it has on it. It's the name. I don't think the Germans are prepared to fight an SU-152. They don't have any a lot of any good AT capabilities. They do have a Panzerstrike now. And they do have some first SS Panzer Grenadiers, but they are not the ideal anti-tank unit. They're meant to supplement and support your vehicles. That's what Panzer Grenadiers do. And Aufklar has spotted them at this point.
Command Hauptwerk has been permanently established as a static post.
And after that Aufklar, for sure, that was a pretty big shell to an Aufklar with. Oh boy.
Sniper now available for duty.
Definitely not a good one. Do have the Panzerjägers move around, but the Sappers are keeping it covered at the moment. There might be a dead machine gun. Yup. 38 trying to take a shot, but did not do anything. Doom Pioneers inside the building. That's pushing up as well. First SS Panzergrenadiers have been given scope Sturmgewehrs. Pretty common upgrade that we see people give them. Double pack going out now. Looks like the Germans just wanted to get rid of that. Double pack 40 actually. Step up from the pack 38. Ooh, that might be the Panzergrenadier squad. Ooh, they got out of range. Oh, well, at least... Oh! That poor shit, though. Yeah, that's a very hard nut to crack. Not technically. It doesn't actually have that much armor when you think about it. It just has a big fuck-off gun. It's actually not that good dealing with their tanks, I believe, because that would be the ISU that uses armor piercing. This is the SU, which uses high explosives. So against a tank, it might not be as effective. Of course, the Germans need to actually get a tank. They are able to get panzers shortly, so they have the building up.
They were going to send 5 divisions to deal with them. Someone pointed out ready. Proper back to full strength.
They were talking about Italy. There's a good joking game about when Italy joins the war, they said they would send 5 divisions to handle them. Then they pointed out they were an hour on their side, so they had to send 20. Because the Italians were that bad, apparently. Ooh, building nothing out there. I guess they spotted the Panzerjäger sneak around and decided, knew they would go for the building. So sitting in a blaze was a good alternative. And the guards, will they be able to kill him? They do. But the Panzerschreck gets dropped. Means another German squad could grab it. And this squad has this one has the double machine gun, so they cannot pick it. And neither can the Panzergrenadiers anymore. I have the Sturm Pioneers. Artillery being called in by a Soviet lieutenant. Might be another movement on the southern flank. Attacks the point towards the SU. One peg taken out. Oh, penetration there from the pack 40. And then another penetration should kill it. Doesn't penetrate. Panzerschreck. Oh, Gunner got shot down though. Second rocket. Misses. Pack hit did not penetrate. Still in pack range? It is not. And a lot of fighting going on here. You also have a recon team here for the Soviets sneaking around. Panzergrenadiers moving up with the MG42 and scope Sturmgewehrs. There's a lot of shots going that way. And it seems to have a lot of gravitational anomalies on this map here. Oh yeah, you cannot capture points while infiltrate anymore, I believe. Which is another change, which personally I am a fan of, I'd say. We do have a Tiger tank coming out. Which could certainly be a problem here for the Soviets. They probably guess there's a machine gun there. Fortunately being called in here by the lieutenant. Then Corporal throwing it away. Grenadiers and guards are fairly close to each other down here. The machine gun can still hit them if they get revealed. Most of the fighting focus is up here by the looks of it. When one guy got spotted. Now the whole squad has been spotted. That's a guard squad. Ooh. Painful. SU-152 is ready to move again. They have a truck nearby for repairs. Tank is about to hit the front line though. This could be a big problem for that issue 152. I don't know. An I issue? Now we have an I issue 152 come onto the field. Oh, got penetrated by the pack there. That's that issue 152. The shed actually gets revenge, despite having been a desiccated husk itself. Now this is the opening the Germans should utilize. Just need to push through somewhere. Because there's a lack of AT equipment on the Soviet side. And that Tiger tank will have little problem mowing through what the Soviets have at the moment. It's the correct thing for a Tiger tank to do, I suppose. I need to change my physics settings, I think. This might be what's causing the graphics the gravitational glitch. I'll have a look at that after this battle. Explosive unloaded. Not sure what we were shooting at. Quick mines are being laid here. Very good from the sappers. There's still, however, a Storm Pioneer. They just don't have the minesweepers yet. Just the threat of a tank mine should already be a big issue. Oh, they're clearing out the... they're clearing out the wreck of the SU to probably deny the scavenge rights. Because if you scavenge as Germany, you should get a fair bit of resource from heavy wrecks. Very good play there from the Soviets denying the wreck. Especially in a 1v1, you have to be a lot more up to date with your movements there. Why is this Panzer Grenadiers coming onto the field?
Ready. Your predecessor died a hero.
Looks like the Red Air Force is flying overhead. Keeping an eye on the Tiger tank. But there's a flak gun here. But the map might be so small it cannot line up, probably. I think so. The map is just so small. So basically, the Soviets always know where that Tiger is at the moment. This is not when a plane is circling. The flak gun just cannot get an angle. More Panzer Grenadiers on the move. More scope Sturmgewehrs and LMG-42s. Very good combination. Normally I see just people go for the Sturmgewehr combo entirely. But mixing in an MG-42? It's a pretty good call, I'd say. Because of the ISG-152 here. This one can switch between high explosives and armor piercing, I believe. Right now it starts default on armor piercing. And I believe a 152mm armor piercing shell can certainly get through the front of a Tiger tank. Okay, assault on the maxim up here. Panzer Grenadiers cleared out pretty reliably. And we'll turn this dying out here to some Storm Grenadier. Germans will turn this around pretty fast. If this ISU does not destroy the Tiger, the Soviets are definitely in trouble. But the Tiger tank knows it's there. Also a pack. Might take out the truck there. Why she doesn't have a long range. Well, the recon team is keeping an eye on the area. The Germans have secured most of the southern flank now. That's not looking good for the Soviets. Issue moving up. I know it's trying to take out a shot of the Tiger.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
Not penetrate. But the ISU did not penetrate either.
A squad of infantry has been killed.
Ooh, good shot from the Tiger. ISU is. I don't think it's gonna make it out of there. Pack did not penetrate. Looks like we have a Sturm Pioneer Panzerjäger squad moving up here. Double Panzer striking the Minesweeper. Also found the mine.
Political officer deploying now, comrade.
They're going overhead.
Vehicle marking
The Germans
available.
keep an eye on where that ISU is. I think this might be the definitely of the Soviets.
Territory is falling into enemy hands.
That Dishkin's doing a good job up there, though. Oh, oh, and the second rocket hit. And with that, MJP surrenders. A good match. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.